Right, so sometimes when you come to a property you get what we call multiple problems. So you know, you've got your like triangular stain in there, bit of mould, you're always going to think, probably condensation related, which is, fair enough. But again, multiple issues. So you can see here, the gripper rod, it's all rusting, very wet. So what you can actually find, you get a lot of condensation running down the wall. And obviously it's not been absorbed by the marley tile because it's a waterproof product. And you can get a lot of water sitting there. But what we've actually found in this property is you've got the physical damp-proof course there, and you can see the plaster is just bridging it, the render as well, render plaster bridging it, and it's actually very wet on this floor and wall junction here. But what we've actually found is quite interesting. Just going to whip through here a minute. So, been running a load of water. You can see you've got a little retainer here, and you got like little pressure relief there. And you can see here the path slopes down. Now this water here, let's jump up on here, is probably about 3 inches deep. And they get absolutely soaked now by these bushes. And we've been running a hose pipe, which is something you can do. It don't cost nothing. Green staining at the base of the wall. Normally when you're getting it like that is when you get a block gutter, and you can just see there it's dripping. It's only had a little bit of a shower here. But what we've actually done is you've got like a lot of these, you've got like little perps open in a few little places because they're not very well, the mortar's very well compressed under there. But actually what you're seeing is now is the water is actually flooding into the cavity. So all the way along here, and you can see how deep this is along there, like that is deep. So whenever you've got like a little open perp there, or whatever, or even just not very well compacted, all that water is just running back into that cavity wall and making that wall soaking. Now, what you normally find is the marley tile and the bitumen adhesive are a waterproof, damp-proof layer, whichever you want to call it. But if you could imagine, with a lot of those marley tiles, they get a lot of damage on the edge because people fix the gripper rods, they call carpet fitters, and sometimes you get a little cement repair there. Even if there's no repair, it's another way of damp to come across there. So if you could imagine, these cavities, like a previous video I showed with the water butts, absolutely just fill with water. That water then is just coming across, touching that inner skin. You've got that little bit of bridging, it's just enough to wick across there and make the plaster wet and the floor wet. We've just gone through a very, very hot spell. We're obviously now in August, but we've had some real extreme heat, and there hasn't been much rain, and this cavities were still soaking wet. But just by using the old hose pipe, you can see how much this has flooded everything along here. So again, this is dropping down here, and then it's raising up there. So it's actually quite a little bit of a pain in the butt to get this water away as well. Because you're looking at different heights, but we've worked a couple of ways we can get it out along there. Obviously it's always going to be expensive, but this is a long-term solution. So again, we're going to put it to you, should this house have been injected with cavity wall insulation? Why haven't they picked this up? Nobody's done an internal scope of the cavity, no one's checked all these ground levels and that, like the point and what have you. This is like a serious problem just because this path should have been levelled or to a fall, to a drain or what have you. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you like this type of video, subscribe. We've got plenty more to come. Thank you.